That's him.
He's struggling for sure. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and get into this next topic. This past weekend we had a vet versus a rookie. We
Ooh.
had a irrelevant, Mr. Irrelevant versus a goat. And I think it's time to take off the nickname of Mr. Irrelevant because this guy is for real. And that is Brock Purdy, the 49ers starting quarterback. He's blossoming into this position. And I didn't think that he would look this good, but he looks pretty darn good, pretty darn sharp in this role. I mean, time and time again, the Shanahan system produces good quarterbacks, no matter what quarterback it is. So it's sort of that thing. Is it him? Is it Brock Purdy? Or is it the system? We all know it's a little bit of both, I guess.
Did you just say he looked pretty good? Really? You went for that?
He look,
You know you're in the shot, right?
he looks
Ouch.
pretty good in that system. You know I had to throw that in there for sure. But how you feel about Mr. Purdy and the 49ers absolutely dog walking the Buccaneers?
I'm impressed. He was 16 for 21 for 185, two touchdowns. He did what he needed to do to win, which is
Mm-hmm.
weird because in Miami, 25 37, 210, two touchdowns, one pick. It's that I hate saying it. If you're an accurate quarterback and you play in that Shanahan system, you're going to eat. You're just going to eat. I don't. That system just does well for quarterbacks, which makes me wonder how good is Trey? I'm just wondering. It took him forever to get in that. Brock Purdy just got here, did well.
Hold on now. Last and not forget, the only reason Brock Purdy's in this position is
Mm-hmm.
because Trey Lance got hurt and Jimmy got hurt. That's why he is playing. He is
I'm
playing good.
valid.
But go ahead.
Why didn't Trey take that job year one?
From it's it's year one.
Wait. Brock Purdy looks good in this system year one.
He did not take, and he also did not take the position from Jimmy G.
My question is, are athletic quarterbacks good in this system?
Well, that is something only time will be able to tell. I don't think Trey Lance looked bad when he was in. He looked pretty
Mm-hmm.
decent to me. But we only got to see like a couple game span, so it's not we don't have much on that. But
Yeah.
like only time will tell. I mean, I think he'll be fine in this system.
I
I don't know
hope.
about
Because Deshaun Watson's in the same system, so I'm scared.
Yeah, maybe the Shanahan system just likes super accurate quarterbacks that stay in the pocket that don't roll out. I don't know. I have faith in Trey Lance because of his arm talent and his mobility and all that, and
Mm-hmm.
able to hit people on the run. But who knows if that will translate into this 49 Kyle Hand system that he has going on over there.
And
Um,
also, he's been backed up by he's got a ton of weapons. And this defense is only allowed actually, no 60-yard rusher in 13 games.
Jesus,
You don't have to do much.
yeah.
Just don't turn it over. Be accurate.
Exactly. It's not the same system in Miami, but it's kind of sort of the same thing that they asked from Tua. You don't got to do much. Stay in the pocket, be accurate. And I'll admit it, Brock Purdy was very accurate, very poised in that pocket on Sunday. Some of those passes he was making, he was getting absolutely pressured by the Buccaneers defense, but he was still putting it on the money. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Passes he's making super accurate. Like you said, 16 for 21. Bro had two tutties and a rushing touchdown too. Um, 92 QBR and 134 rating. So Brock Purdy might be a
Pretty
little
good.
might be pretty good.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
He runs the table, makes a run in the playoffs. Not saying going to the NFC title game, but makes a run, looks good.
So okay.
Do you keep him? I think he's on a 1 year deal. Do you keep him? Is it his team going into next year?
What do you mean he's on a 1 year deal?
I think he's only got this is his last or
He's a
no.
rookie.
If he's a rookie, is it guaranteed? If you're that deep?
I don't know. I thought if he was a rookie, he was automatically signed for a couple years. I thought, but
I think it once you start getting to lower rounds. I don't know if it's the same thing,
yeah.
but say he's there. They make a run. Is there a quarterback competition? Is it Purdy's team?
The only way this is Purdy's team if he gets to the NFC Championship and actually looks good. Like, then I'll say, okay, maybe. Matter of fact, nah. This is Purdy's team. He would have to get to the Super Bowl. Like, because honestly, you got Trey Lance and you got Jimmy G in front of you. Honestly, someone's going to have to go. And I think that will be Jimmy G. I think you keep Purdy still because you're never wrong with having good quarterbacks at your backup position. Anything can happen. Trey Lance could get hurt again, or whoever they keep. Jimmy G could get hurt, and Purdy might have to come back in. But if he looks good, I think, yeah, the better man should have that position at the beginning of the next season. Can he do it? Not sure. I mean, very accurate right now. Looks pretty good right now. But this is only his second game. We don't have a lot of tape on him. So let's see what he does with the rest of this season. And then maybe we can give a better take with that. I'm not sure. But, hey, if he looks good for the rest of the season, why not make it a QB challenge? Like, why not?
You know Jimmy's not coming back, right?
Yeah, I didn't think Jimmy would be coming back.
That was part of the deal from the redo. They couldn't franchise tag him, and he'd be straight free to go. So Jimmy's definitely not coming back.
Okay, so it's gonna be a Trey Lance versus Purdy situation, pretty much.
Hey, I'm all for Purdy getting that dub.
Hey, I'm with you because the man looking pretty good right now. So, hey, shouts out to that man. On to the other side of the ball, Tampa Bay. They just not looking too good right now. Tom not looking too good. In this game, the 49ers just absolutely put it on them. Like, Tom just didn't look good at all. And starting to kind of feel bad for Tom Brady because of this reason. It is hilarious. Like, after every loss, after every pick he throws, he has to sit there post game and sign fucking balls for the defenders. They come up, oh, you're the GOAT, man. Can you please sign this ball? And it's just so sad watching Tom sign these balls while they're just taking L's. But it's funny, but it's also sad at the same time. Can the Bucs turn it around? You know, they are in a terrible division, so they most likely will make the playoffs. But when they make it to the playoffs, will they be able to do anything, or are they just a first round exit?
The way they played, the fact that Cleveland beat them, lets me know they're a first round exit. The fact that they were kind of working Cleveland on the ground against the worst run defense in the country historically. Worst. Historically. And they refused to keep running the ball. I think they're going to get that hosted first game of the playoffs and get blown up by whomever.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Brady might be. I don't think he's going to retire. I don't think his ego is going to let him retire on this kind of sour note.
Yeah, that that would indeed be a shocker if he does retire. But I mean, it's damn near time. Bro is getting very old. He's 45 years old. Not a lot of people that can do that, but kudos to Tom. Um,
Speaking of Tom Brady, did you hear that report that came out about him?
what was that?
About Well, there's a report that Tom Brady supposedly will hold meetings nights the night before the game, change coverages, change the game plan, makes little tweaks to assignments without having the coaching staff being made aware. If this is true, makes sense why Bill wanted to get rid of him. It makes sense why Bruce Arians had to quit. Well, I remember those press conferences. Bruce Arians likes being honest, and he's angry. And that's why he had to go up in the front office because he couldn't deal with Tom Brady anymore. This makes sense if he's changing the game plan, which also makes sense that he couldn't do it a lot with Bruce Arians because Bruce Arians wouldn't have it. But
Right.
Todd Bowles is a real quiet guy. This is his first head coaching job in a while. He's not going to say anything. And you're finding out all this stuff's going on. But again, going back to the Browns game, that makes sense. The game plan should have been let's just run it down the Browns' throat, as we will see Saturday when the Ravens run it down the Browns' throat. They threw like 40 plus times against the Browns.
Hmm.
You're going to let Myles Garrett get 40 shots at you. Are you nuts?
Yeah, that report is absolutely absurd. But I mean, it does make sense. It is Tom Brady. If there's anybody in the league that's able to go behind the coach's back and make adjustments before the games, it's Tom Brady.
But you got to tell the coaches, dude. You can't.
I was gonna say it's a fucked up thing to do to your coaches, but it makes sense. It's Tom Brady, and like you said, like it would make a lot of sense because of that Browns game. Like they were really good on the run in the first couple quarters, the first two quarters,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just disappeared. They just stopped running. So maybe Tom is chasing stats. Maybe I don't know what's going on over there. That is absolutely hilarious and messed up at the same time. Um,
True.
and like you said, maybe that's why Bill got rid of him. Maybe that's why BA wanted to leave and not be a head coach anymore. But I thought that when Tom came into town, that they let him, you know, do what he wanted anyways. Like as far as like playbooks and game plans.
There's a difference between going, all right, I like these plays, we should run these concepts, versus, all right, we've got this game plan, these concepts we've been putting together all week. All right, man, throw all that away. Hey, throw that away. It's Friday night. We ain't gonna talk to nobody about it. This is what we're running. Period. Then
Right.
all of a sudden, the coaches are going, what are you doing? How am I supposed to adjust if it's working or not working when I don't even know what we're doing?
Yeah, that is pretty. That's insane.
But that's just me, and I would not stand for it. But Todd Bowles probably will not get another head coaching shot other than this,
Right.
so he's not going to make waves. But I can promise you, Bruce Arians is somewhere having a near heart attack over this.
As he should, because that is absolutely shouldn't be acceptable for anybody. Shouldn't be going by and coaching back, making adjustments to the game plan. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but it's Tom Brady, so that doesn't surprise me at all. Uh, Tom Brady has been bad and been bad this whole season, but it's time to get into